There are two types of people who like going to school and people who don't. And I'm probably one of the people who don't. But I try to be a glass half full person, so I always look for exciting things at my school, which actually helps my life less mundane. So here it is, what makes me excited about school? At least my school. I will tell you the first time I did chemistry experiment at my school. I have loved science since I was little. In my first grade, I got my first experiment set, and I turned the attic into my lab. I did tons of experiments, supervised of course, and I had a lot of fun. Of course, I didn't use any chemical substances. I only did kids' experiments such as how oil reacts to water. Anyway, as I was in 5th grade, I got busier and I had done experiments ever since, until in 8th grade when my chemistry teacher helped us book the lab. She assigned us to do an experiment, and we had to write the results and the explanation, like why the reaction happened. That day was the best day ever. I was like, oh my gosh, I will finally use Bunsen burner for the first time, and I will kiss the lab glassware as soon as it goes. I'm sorry, I'm a weird kid. The chemistry teacher split the class into 4 groups. At the time, I was already good at chemistry, not the best, but enough to be called good. And in my group was a kid. I'll call her Melissa. So Melissa was really good at chemistry with straight up A's. So the group decided to choose her as the leader, which means she would have to conduct the experiment so the rest can write down the results. The experiment we have to conduct was to collect oxygen to a bottle. Here's how it's done. Burn potassium permanganate inside a test tube with cotton inside, and gas from the reaction will penetrate through the cotton and into another tube to a glass of water, and then you put an empty tube and let the gas penetrate into the tube. Boom! You have oxygen perfectly inside the tube. Science stuff. Although Melissa had solid knowledge, she had never done experiments before. She did not know what to do. And you know what happened? She burned herself with a Bunsen burner. Yeah. She was rushed to the hospital and we had no leader. So I stood up and decided to be the leader. I did experiment and I nailed it. I collected oxygen successfully. Our team was so happy we literally danced in the lab.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the best the sun.
We got that oxygen, we got that result, and the explanation. Boom! We all have A's. As soon as Melissa knew this, she told me that I would be the leader in the upcoming experiments. The pressure? Anyway, my group got all high grades in every experiment, so that was cool. After that experiment, I started to think about the attic. I think I should use the attic again. I will use my money to build a more facilitated lab, and I will conduct so many experiments. But before I could do that, my dad has already turned it into his golf course.